Welcome! This is a short introductory video to the white wines here at Chateau Chantal. I'm Marie-Chantal DeLise. We have winemaker Mark Johnson and tasting room manager Bill Ottenreith here to talk about our wines. We'll begin with an introduction.
Dry whites and off-dry whites. The definition of a dry wine is the absence of sugar left over in the grapes or from the grapes after fermentation. Fermentation being the yeast eating, essentially, the sugar and converting it into alcohol and carbon dioxide. Dry actually ranges from almost zero sugar to up where the taster can detect sweetness, usually around 1%. Some of our dry wines are drier than others. For each wine, we'll give you the residual sugar, RS, and the acid. The balance between the two determines the taster's perceived level of dryness. For example, a wine with high acid can have a much higher residual sugar content than a wine with low acid and a lower sugar content, and still taste just as dry. We'll also tell you the alcohol level of each wine. All of our wines, except for the port-style wines, which we'll talk about later, range in alcohol from 9 to 14.5%. Alcohol can add structure, sweetness, and if it's too high, a hot taste to the wine. You get a bit tipsy a lot faster from a reserve Pinot Noir at 14.5% alcohol than a late harvest Riesling at 9% alcohol, which is the other influence that the alcohol has on the wine. Often you'll hear in the tasting room, I don't like dry wines. A good reply might be something along the lines of, the fruitiness of Old Mission cool climate grown grapes might lead you to perceive the wines as sweeter than the residual sugar would actually indicate. Start a little bit drier than you think you might normally like. Now we'll go into the individual wines.